All right. I just wanted to give you guys just a quick heads up before your next practice test on a couple methods that maybe we don't use as much. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I've never really made you use them yet in a free response style question. I mean, this is good for multiple choice also. So let me, let's see. So this is the Java quick reference, which you have access to during multiple choice and free response. Now, there's the integer class right here. This is the second on the list right here. So this is the integer class, and we don't use it a ton. One of the things that it's useful for is that we can't store primitives in an array. So you can't make, or you can't store primitives in an array list. So you cannot make an array list that holds ints. You cannot do that. Now, arrays can hold them, right? You can make an array. The way you do it is you say int like that, right? You could make an array of ints, but you cannot make an array list of ints. But you can make them into integer objects. Now they're treated like objects. Now you could make an array list that holds integer objects, capital I. Now, I just want to go over a couple of the basic things for using integer objects. One is, I just made it worse. Okay. One is, how do we put ints into an integer object? And so the way you do that is right here. This is for the constructor for it. You would have to say new. So you do something like this, new integer, and it has a constructor which takes an int. So you could put 5 in here, and then it will make an integer object that holds 5. So that's how you have to use the word new to create it the first time. Okay, just like other objects, because these are objects. Now, how do you get the value out as an integer? Like if you need to do some math with it, you're not going to be able to do it with an integer like this the way you normally do. So the way you do that is, like for instance, if we had created an integer object called var or something equals this, then var is the reference to it. And if you want to get the value out of it, there's this second method right here. It says int value, and it returns the value there. So you could say var dot int value. So that's a method in the integer class. It has no arguments, and this would give you the int value from the integer object. Anyway, so this could be helpful on your next practice test, just knowing how to create integer objects and how to get values out of them, okay? And then the fact that we can use them in an array list where we couldn't use ints. There's another class that does the same kind of stuff for doubles, okay? This is how you create a double, and it's capital D, and then this is the return type of the method double value, okay? So just like for integers. The other one I wanted to just quickly review again is the string class. Now, we've used a string class a lot. This is how you find the length of the string, which is helpful. It's similar to like an array or an array list. The first value, the first character is stored at position 0 until length -1 is the last one. Now, the substring method, there's 2 substring methods, and you could use this one all the time, but this one is handy sometimes. This is the 2 argument. So this one, you're pulling out a piece of the string from this spot to this spot. Now, you can't actually take it out, but you can get access to it. Like, so we can't just pull things out of strings and put them in, but we could, it'll return us a new string that's just a chunk of the original string from this to this. Now, it doesn't go all the way to this. It goes to 2 minus 1. So, for instance, if you wanted the whole string, you would say 0 to length, even though length is not the last spot. Length is the spot after the last spot. But this is the way this substring method works, is it takes all the way up to the spot right before this one. It starts at this one, and it ends at the spot right before this one. Now this one starts here and takes the rest of the string, which sometimes is what we want to happen. And this makes it a lot quicker and easier than to have to figure out, well, what's the last spot? I mean, you could always just put length right here of the string, but it's a lot less stuff to write. It's a lot quicker. It's a lot less to think about if you know you do just want the rest of the string. And some other really handy string methods are index of, that tells you the location of a certain string or character. It could be a number of letters. There's another one that's not listed on here that comes in handy, contains, which you can use. So it returns a Boolean, true or false. And it just asks, it's just checking to see if the string is in the word anywhere. Whereas index of tells you the actual place, the first place it occurs, or it gives you -1 if it's not there. Whereas this gives you true or false. Compared to gives you positive and negative, or equals 0. Anyways, I just want to highlight those couple things, and these are all on your Java Quick Reference. So it'd be really helpful for you to really know what's on the Java Quick Reference, because you have it. But if you don't really know what you're looking for, or you don't know what's on there or what's not on there, you really kind of want to just be familiar with these. And then this would be a quick way to make sure you're putting the right argument in, or you understand what it returns to you. So that's it.